Hey guys, Zeri11 here, and today we're going to be counting down, well, not really counting down, but we're going to be showing the 10 rookie sleepers from the 2016-2017 NHL season. Now, sleepers are typically players that aren't really sought after in the hobby. The rookie year they came out, usually in the shadow of other players, and some players, like certain players, I guess they'll have breakout seasons later down the line. There they are. Here's a great example. Well, he had 40 points his rookie year, but Jamie Benn, he won the Art Ross Trophy, of course, in I believe season ago or a season or two ago. But yeah, that's a great example of a player that wasn't really sought after in the hobby, and as a player, he didn't break out. Well, he was a good player always, but he didn't break out to be a star until a while. And then another example of a player that played only a game, I think, and had a young guns, but and then played quite a bit of games and was a significant player in his full season is Shane Gostisbehere. He didn't really have the greatest of years this past year, but his card skyrocketed, and I was fortunate enough to pull this one. But those are two prime examples of cards that start off low and end out to they turn out to be high value, is what I'm trying to say. Fantastic. But oh yeah, by the way, it's actually during the intermission of the Leafs Caps game. So, but we have some honorable mentions. That's why I'm recording this. We got Mikhail Sergachev. Obviously, he's a top 10 pick, so it's not really a sleeper, but his value of cards is relatively low right now. That can be said for all these. We got Christian Dvorak, Olivier Bjorkstrand, Anthony Beauvillier, and Arturi Lehkonen. So those are the honorable mentions. All these guys could have potential of their cards going up. Some of which players have already gone up that were actually quite low. Here's a great example. Here's the first one we're going to show. Now, this isn't really in a top 10 order. It's just 10 players. I couldn't really list them down because they're all like, oh, they could go up, and they could. Also, if any of you guys want to collect these players, proceed with caution. I've had a failed PC before where I've PC'd Stuart Percy, and it failed miserably. Just be careful with some of the players you PC. But Kasperi Kapanen, he's been fantastic for the Leafs in the playoffs, and his stuff has jumped significantly. His stuff was really cheap, now it's jumped. So this is actually a current example of that. He is not in the top 6 role right now, though. But here's another one, also in the Leaf. Somebody mentioned this in the comments when I was talking about top 10 rookies to collect. Connor Brown, absolutely amazing for the Erie Otters in OHL. Had 60 points as a rookie in the American League, and yeah, there's no doubt that he's going to be a pretty solid player for his career. Fast player, great checker, good scorer too. Got 20 goals, but he'll be in the shadow of several players. But then again, he'll be a really good player. Seems to have good chemistry with Kadri and Komarov on that checking line. All right, now to some serious. Here's a serious sleeper. Then again, some of you may know if you watch OHL hockey, this guy is pretty darn good. Anthony DeAngelo, he's an offensive defenseman. I believe he had some issues, but Anthony DeAngelo, offensive defenseman. Yeah, he has serious potential to be a really good power play specialist. So keep an eye out for this guy. But I'd be cautious with this guy because Oliver Ekman-Larsson is a guy on the blue line for the Yotes. So proceed with caution with Anthony DeAngelo. Next up is Joel Eriksson Ek. In a draft 2015, people were hesitant on drafting him, but obviously he's a really talented player and he has a bright future. So he did have some time in the playoffs with the Wild. He went back to Sweden this season, but he should be a regular next year. His stuff is cheap right now. I think it's a good buy to go pick up some of his stuff. So yeah, there's Joel Eriksson Ek. And thank you for the person that mentioned him in the top 10 players to collect. Alright, another sleeper, not really a sleeper because Vancouver hype and goaltending is Thatcher Demko. A lot of hype around this guy. I believe, what was it? Boston College, yeah. Product of Boston College. Actually, I'll show you guys a little stat line there. Thatcher Demko. Now, yeah, 2014 draft, 36 overall. This guy has, well, he's hopefully going to be the future netminder for the Vancouver Canucks. Now, of course, Ryan Miller, he's on his way out. Jakob Markstrom, I'm not sure if he's ever going to pan out. So, Thatcher Demko, that's who they're hoping is their goalie for the future. Just like Calgary's hoping for John Gillies to be that for them. But I don't know, where is his rookie? He should have one, but he played, didn't he? Or he's at least a backup. But actually, he did play. But next up, here's one that's a little bit less of a sleeper because he was an early pick in 2015. Then again, his stuff is relatively cheap still. It's quite cheap because he's line A and all that. He's kind of got pushed to the side. But it's Kyle Connor. He actually went down to the American League and did very well. He's got 44 points in 52 games. This guy, he's going to be a prolific goal scorer and prolific point producer at the NHL level. So I think this is a good one to pick up while the stuff is still cheap. Now, I also want to mention, while a lot of players you're collecting, you got to factor in their position and where they're playing. Never PC, unless you really like the player, never PC a defensive defenseman. I'm sorry, but in the hobby, they don't really sell well. Their prices aren't good at all, no matter who it is. Like, offensive defensemen, even defensemen, first of all, for the longest time, like, PK had the highest valued Young Guns in Beckett, around $40, and Shane Gostisbehere, which it was over there, took that reign, and now, like, Carlson's doing really well, and for Young Guns, but none of them are over, like, the $50 range. Oh, wait, Brent Burns. His skyrocketed, but for the most part, if you want some seriously valuable cards, it's always the high-scoring offensive players, like your Connor McDavids and your Austin Matthews and Patrick Laine, players like that. But we got a few more here. We got 4 more here. Next up is a real sleeper here. This is Kevin LeBanc. He was the OHL regular season point leader in 2015-2016. He beat out that amazing London Knights line, all 3 of them, Mitch Marner and Matthew Tkachuk, Christian Dvorak, and he had a ton of points. He got beat out in the playoffs that year, but he's similar. Here's a good comparison, all right? Another player that is a regular NHLer now that won the scoring title in the OHL is Tyler Toffoli. He also plays on a California team. I would say that's a good comparison to Kevin LeBanc. So, could be a potential 30-goal scorer in NHL. And also, when you think about it, it's hard to say. Edmonton just got eliminated, but San Jose's window just closed. The Joe Thornton era, Patrick Marleau, I think it's firmly closed. Him and another player I don't have the card of is Timo Meier. I would be on the lookout for those cards, especially if you like the Sharks. Yeah, Timo Meier is another one to put there, but yeah, it's gonna be sooner than later. I think it should be sooner. There's a youth movement coming to San Jose. Next up is a player that doesn't really sell too well, but he didn't play much. He actually went back to Seattle Thunderbirds, right? Yeah, Seattle Thunderbirds, and he also played for Canada, getting the silver medal, is Matthew Barzal. Yeah, Matthew Barzal, obviously he played really well for Team Canada. He's obviously a really talented player, and his stuff is still relatively cheap. It's a little bit more pricey than the rest of the players here, but definitely worth picking up because he does have the tremendous potential. Also, thinking of it, like, there's some amazing carryover players. I'm probably going to make a video about that because there's, like, what is it? Josh Hosang. There was MVP. I seen the preview for MVP, but Braden Point is the next one. Yeah, Josh Hosang, Tyson Jones, Clayton Keller, Brock Besser. Bunch of great carryovers for the next season. And then, what's his face on Detroit, the Russian guy. But Braden Point, now this guy, he played most of the year on the Evgeny Svechnikov, that's the guy I'm thinking of. Played 68 games and had 40 points. Like, if he played the full 82 games, he'd be in the same range as Sebastian Aho and Matthew Tkachuk. It would be just under 50 points. This guy, his stuff is quite cheap, actually. I would actually highly recommend collecting his stuff. I believe some of his stuff is redemption for autographs, though. But this guy's going to be a really solid player. Definitely a skilled player. Burn the Leafs. Alright, and the final one. This guy, is well, Thomas Chabot, and I wouldn't say he's a sleeper, but looks like Ottawa has another stud on the blue line. Like, this guy's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, Thomas Chabot, he's gonna be another really good defenseman. I firmly believe that he could be playing as soon as next year. We'll see what Ottawa does, but in the meantime, they're going on they just beat Boston. Thank you, Ottawa. I'm a closet Sens fan for a bit here. Hopefully they do well. Even though I'm a diehard Leaf fan, that's kind of... I'm just happy they beat Boston. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ottawa. So yeah, guys, like videos like this, be sure to leave a like. Stay tuned for a preview of 16-17 carryover rookies. I also have some special things coming up. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.